Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Austin. You are watching Austin Aromas. Today I'm going to be suggesting my top 10 summer 2025 niche fragrances that I'm going to be wearing this summer that I want to share with you all. So if you want to hear about my picks, stay tuned until after the break. I do want to start today's video off with the caveat of saying that this is not a top 10 list. This is just 10 suggestions, not ranked, of ones that I love, okay? So the first one is none other than Creed Erolfa, which, if you know anything about me, you know that this is my favorite aquatic fragrance of all time. This one holds a special place in my heart. It transports me to the ocean, on the beach. I live in Tampa, Florida. We have tons of excellent beaches around. This transports me to Paso Girl Beach specifically. The smell of the ocean air and the water, the waves, the sun kind of baking your skin, that salty smell in the air. It's one of the best. To me, it's the best aquatic that there is, and I would highly recommend that you check it out if you haven't already. The next one that I want to bring up is another personal favorite of mine. This is one that sparked my interest into pursuing this hobby, honestly, when I got a decant of none other than Torino 21 from Zerjoff. This is, it's in my top five for life. I can't see anything realistically bumping it out. Same with the Rolfa. Something about how the mintiness comes across in this Torino 21 to me is like the best mint fragrance that there is. The spearmint, the herbaceous tone to this, it just, I'm going to wear it now. Something about it. Every time that I smell it, I just feel compelled to spray it. It's so fresh and uplifting. Effervescence comes to mind. Camera, go up. I'm trying out a new camera and it's got the little gimbal and it's thinking that I'm saying point down and I'm not. But anyway, Torino 21, it just smells bubbly. It's effervescent, it's zingy, it's minty, and it's just herbal in the best way possible. And this stuff has very good performance for being a fresh fragrance. It's just lovely to deal with and live with. I would highly recommend trying this out if you haven't already. One of the best for sure, in my opinion. Check it out. All right, now that we got a few of the obvious ones out of the way, I want to talk about one that really doesn't get that much love at all, that definitely should deserve the hype. This is none other than Nishane EGE, EGE, and I don't know how to say that. Please forgive me. This one is fantastic. To me, this is the most underappreciated Nishane freshie that there is. I haven't smelled the likes of Ambra Calabria or Saffron Colignese, but out of like Wulong Cha, Hachivat, and this, I would choose this every single time. I'll throw the notes on screen like these other ones. This note breakdown is a bit misleading because there's like anise and either aniseed or licorice of some sort, right? Which can smell like the same thing. They come from anise, if you didn't know. And it has violet leaves and some other notes in there. And to me, what it really smells like is if you've ever been to a fancy hotel and in the lobby of that fancy hotel, they have like the cucumber essence water with some sort of fruit and cucumber, and it's really refreshing and like just airy. It's good. It tastes good, right? It's a really refreshing water. This smells like how that tastes. And I know that sounds weird that this is like cucumber water, but zingy, but that's kind of what I get. But it works, guys. This stuff works amazingly in the heat. I'm telling you, the performance on this is actually nuts. Like for a just straight up freshie that you can get for under $100, you cannot go wrong with this. I will say if you spray too much, it can be a bit overpowering. It layers really well with other fragrances. One that comes to mind that I have worn with this before is Torino 21, and these two layer beautifully together. And I can't say enough good things about this. It's one that doesn't get much hype, but you should definitely try it if you haven't. And if that sounds good to you, give it a shot. All right, so the next one that I want to talk about is one from Clive Christian known as Town Country. This one is another really great performing fresh fragrance, and it smells super good. This is probably of the list one of the two that I can think of that are pretty versatile multi seasonally, but this one works really well in the heat as well. It is clary sage and sandalwood, if I'm not mistaken, but it's one of those where they only give you 3 notes. But it's a clean, aromatic smell that's, masculine. And there's got to be a little bit of some amberiness in there, ambergris or some sort of note in there. I don't know if it's ambroxan, what actually it is, but there's definitely some amber fixative in there that is giving it some of the like BR 540 amberiness, if you will. It's got that ambroxan feel that has, and I don't mean that in a negative way, but what that does is this stuff lasts indefinitely, basically. And I'm not even joking when I tell you this. I came home from work one day after being there for, I don't know, 10 hours, right? Since I left, I went home. 10 hours later, I get home, and I got out of my car, and I'm pulling into my garage, and I get out, and my neighbor above me with the balcony, my garage is below his balcony, right? He said, "What are you wearing today?" And it was this. He's like, "Damn, that stuff's strong. Like, I can smell you from here." And I was like, shit. Like, I wonder what people at the office were thinking. So you can definitely overspray this. Like, this is one where nose fatigue is real, but it smells really good. So you just have to control yourself. And you can see the dent that I put in this. I wear it often, and I probably do 5 sprays, which may be too many as I find out. But it's just a great pick. And if you can get this for in the neighborhood of like the high 100s, right? I think I paid like 180 for this or so. This is a very good one to have in your collection. So give it a shot if you haven't. I would recommend trying it at like a Neiman Marcus or a high-end retailer like that to not have to buy a decant. Because what you'll find with these Clive Christians is that the decants are super expensive, and sometimes it just doesn't make sense. So if you happen to be in a retailer that carries them, I would go that route 100%. Anyway, on to the next. All right, so the next one that I want to talk about is from one of my favorite brands. This is one that a fellow friend, Neil, turned me on to. This is the brand of Argos, and this is my favorite one from them. This is none other than Argos Pomm. Argos Pomm. You do not hear anyone talk about this. They think they write it off as old school, dated, doesn't smell that great, much better. And while I think that there's some phenomenal fragrances from Argos, this is my favorite one. This was my first love of Argos fragrances, and it's supremely underrated, I'm telling you. This stuff is so lively and summer friendly. Honestly, it's signature scent worthy to me. It has lime and like a gin tonic note and violet in there. I love the way that Argos does violet. Some of the best violet that I've ever smelled, and I can tell when they use it because it's the same one that is used in Pomm. It just smells so clean, crisp, citrusy, woody still, and the right balance of florals. Argos does florals better than pretty much any brand that I can think of. It's actually insane. And listen, guys, I don't get sponsored on any of these bottles. I bought all these with my own money. I love this house. And my camera's drifting again. This fragrance is definitely worth checking out. Trust me on that. Please try it. Go into it with an open mind and see how you like it. To me, it's a 10. The next one that I have is one that I don't even have a bottle of yet. I'm talking about from the house of Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede. Ganymede. If you haven't smelled Ganymede or anything that has that profile, you're missing out. It's weird, but it works so wonderfully. And I can't describe it to you other than it's woody and weird. It smells like outer space. This is supposed to be the moon of, I believe it's either Saturn or Jupiter. Ganymede. I'll put it on the screen. But this stuff smells out of this world, right? It's woody. It's Akigawa wood. That's what it is. And It's Quinton Beech, and I like when Quinton Beech releases smell like this. I normally am not the biggest fan of that guy's work, but Ganymede, Bois Imperial, things like that, they just work. The performance on this, just forget about it. This stuff is nuts. This stuff got me in trouble with human resources at work. This very decant. I wore a little bit too much, right? I would say when one spray too many is not enough. That's how you know that you're into this hobby. And it got me. It got me bad, guys. Ganymede, metallic, woody, mineral like. Some people get leather out of it. I don't really so much get that. Maybe like a suede texture to it, but it's a weird fragrance, but somehow it just works. If you just spray this on your neck and go about your day, either you're going to get compliments or you're going to get called into HR. Probably depends on who's smelling it, but to me, this is one of my favorites. And I wear this when I'm doing, lately I've been doing pickleball with my fiance, and I've been wearing this to pickleball in the mornings because when I sweat, it gets even better. The performance on it, like I said, is nuts. The smell on it is great. It's different. I guarantee you haven't smelled anything like this if you haven't smelled Bois Imperial, if you haven't smelled like Castley, things that are kind of in that modern metallic Akigala wood vein, then you haven't smelled anything like this, and you definitely should. The next one that I want to talk about is a hype monster on the Facebook page of Fragrance Marketplace. We're talking about Zernell Jills RB. R&B is a tropical fragrance that is very strong. This has guava and papaya. I'm looking at the notes over here. Guava, papaya, honey, white chocolate, which I don't really get. But guys, I'll put the notes on screen. Doesn't matter. What you smell is kind of like Herba Pura if you took the best parts of that and smoothed out the rest and added more nuance to it. Strong performer too. The projection is moderate, but the sillage on it is very good. Don't know why I did that, but I appreciated the effect. The sillage on it is very good. The longevity on it is very good. You will get a full day's wear out of R&B. It's a great one to have, great one to try. I would recommend starting with a 10 milliliter sample that you can find online of this. It is going to be pricey because the only bottle size that's available is a 30 milliliter bottle, but give it a shot. Let me know what you think. So the next one that I want to talk about is one that is new to my collection. I bought a very low partial of Sespiro Baso, and this is like a woody grapefruit sort of a fragrance that is super nice in the summer. This is probably the most versatile of all of the ones that I have in this video for seasonality. You could wear this anytime, anywhere, any occasion, weather, casual up to formal. It just works. It's super clean, dry, woody. There's some nice grapefruit in there, as I mentioned. I'll put the rest of the notes on the screen, but that's mainly what I get out of this. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out that this is heavily compared to Terre d'Hermès and also Isola Blue. In my opinion, this definitely performs better than both of those, and I got this for a steal of a deal. So I'm happy to have it. You know, my 40 milliliters or whatever is in here. It's good stuff. I'm excited to have it in here. I'm excited to wear it more. I wore it to work already once, got some compliments on it actually. People liked it. But it's not all about compliments. It's not all about performance. It's if you like the smell, you're the one that's going to be wearing it. It's your own expression, but I feel like I have to say that in this kind of video, especially because that's what this audience wants, right? Not to throw shade on anybody, but it performs good. It smells good. It's really versatile. It kind of smells like Terre d'Hermès and Isola Blue and others, but it's good. I got a good deal on it, and I'm going to be wearing it. So I have two left, and both of these are some of my favorite fragrances for the summer, period. I'm going to go with the newest acquisition that I have that is probably my favorite summer niche fragrance that I've ever smelled. I'm talking about one that never gets any praise. Oh, you saw it. I have recommended this to other channels, other content creators. I'm talking about Ailia Dor Blanc Polychrome. Just look at this stuff. Isn't that gorgeous? This stuff, oh, it makes me so happy when I smell it. It smells like sunshine on a perfect summer day. I wear this when it's stupid hot outside. I live in Florida again. If it's one of those crazy hot, crazy humid days, I just want to drown myself in this and go out and face the world, right? This stuff is so refreshing, so tangy, so zingy that it's amazing. There's rhubarb. There's a whole medley of. I think there's some sort of Italian lemon in this. There's or not ginger. There's jasmine in here. I'll put the notes on the screen. It's not about all that. What I feel when I spray this is sunshine on a hot summer day, cooling, and this cools me down. This is like the tonic to that. It's perfect. I love it. I really want more people to try this one. I have tried a few others from this brand, and I haven't been as impressed as I have when I sprayed this. I believe there's petitgrain in there too, like a little green facet to it. It's just fucking awesome. It makes me so happy to smell. It's one of those that every time I pull the atomizer or pull the cap and smell the atomizer, I want to spray it because it just makes me that happy. Try it, please. All right, I'm joined by my dog Mocha, who's trying to hide behind me now. Check out my video, I'll link it somewhere up here, about Ortozy. This is Ortozy Megaare. This stuff is no joke. I've been talking about performance a little bit. Look how cute she is over here. Here, rather. Performance on this, you're not getting better performance than this, I promise. No matter what it is, it's not going to be louder. It's not going to last longer and be stronger than this. This, you absolutely have to be careful about how much you spray. I can do 3 sprays on my neck on this. 6 o'clock in the morning. I come back home 6 o'clock in the evening. I still smell it. If I move around, I still smell it. For hours, I'm talking like 4 hours, if not longer, I get this huge projection out of this. But it's not so overpowering. People actually like this. The last time I wore this last week to work. I got 2 crazy unsolicited compliments of how great this smells and how they want to know what it is. They've never heard of it before. It just works, guys. But I will say, and if you checked out my video, you would know, I did a complete 180 on this brand. I had a decant of this very fragrance here, Megaare, and I absolutely hated it. I couldn't stand it. I sprayed it on my hand. I went straight to my nose, and it just uppercutted me. It's crazy strong. It smells like sea breeze, seaweed. It smells like, kind of like if you saw, oh no, what is this? Like the siren, right? Okay. The mermaid on the beach. It's all pretty. And then boom, you get drugged down to the depths of hell, to Davy Jones' locker, right? That's kind of how this goes. It's like, oh, you smell it. Nice, aquatic, breezy, kind of, sea salty. And then it drags you down through all this algae and it gets darker. But anyway, this is very narrative to me. When you smell this, it goes through cycles. Oh, God. Sorry, I did it again. I need to learn how to use these AI tracking features. But anyway, this is one of my absolute favorites now. I went from hating it to loving it, and now I can't get enough of this stuff. Try it out. Let me know what you think of it, how you like it, and come on. I guess we'll end here. Mega zoomed in. I apologize. Okay, we're happy now. I'm going to figure this camera out. Hopefully you can enjoy the better image quality. Hopefully this isn't showing too HD of all of me, but try this one out if you haven't. Try out any of these. Let me know what you think of my lists. Recommend some of your own in the comments. Drop your son of the day. I want to talk about these. I want to talk about what you're wearing this summer. And I hope that you guys are enjoying the summer weather that we're experiencing. And I hope you all stay safe and well. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.